Assalamu alaikum. On 19th May, I had attended an awareness and rejuvenation event
and women empowerment and also social awareness. Also, and a big thank you to make us all gather here. Yes. Thank you very much. Okay, Calicut Medical College completed her graduation and moved to Kasturba Medical College in Mangalore to do her MD in dermatologist and venereology. Okay, she has been working in Kuwait for past 20 years at Bushari Clinic as a dermatologist and cosmetology and laser. Sorry, because cosmetology and laser specialist also. She was also the VP of Indian Doctors Forum.
I will make it an interactive session. So I'm going to question you.
Oh,
Okay. So and based on that will be my chart. Organ of the body, vital to our overall health and well-being. Because if there's some disruption in the skin function, everything inside gets upset. Okay. So it's not just what you see. There's a lot more than. It's not just skin deep. They say it's much more than that. To the where we are, environment, where we are, like what in Europe, US, people are white. They don't have too much of melanin pigment. Well, those are cold countries. They don't need that. But when it comes to tropical countries like Asia and other Africa, the heat is a lot. So what is that which protects us from melanin? Yes, the pigment of our skin. Okay, so the darker you are, you're more protected from external aggression, especially sun damage. And ultraviolet light is the most important thing that causes a lot of changes in our skin, especially aging. One of the main factors for aging is sun exposure. So you will see when you think about it, we don't age much, right? Even though we age, the wrinkles, the damage seen in our kind of skin is much less compared to Westerners. Even young children who are whites, you will see a lot of wrinkles. Why is it? Because they're always in the sun. They go tanning, they like to tan. So we always have a balance of good bacteria, good microorganisms, which are there on all our skins. Now, sometimes when this balance gets disrupted, unwanted organisms will grow and they will cause the problem. Now, there are people who have habit of excessive washing hands, thinking that they'll make it more clean. Right? During COVID, what happened? Everybody is sanitizing, everybody is washing. And people who use detergents, you might be seeing people washing dishes and all that. You use strong detergents. But what can it cause? Because they are chemical. They will damage the good layer of the skin. So excessive washing with the right products at an early age to prevent this water loss. You need to keep, the moisturization is the most important. The more you hydrate, the skin has water inside, it will help the overall quality of skin. Okay. Now you need fat also. So the skin over that starts sagging. So again, fat, you cannot replace fat, but there are things which you do to take care that you can keep your skin firm and prevent sagging. Okay. But it has to all. There are procedures now which now cosmetology, everybody augmentation, you see people with big lips, big cheeks, all that. This is all you inject materials into the dermis or fat beginning. But you have to know what is your skin type, what is the type of products you have to use. You cannot just use anything just like because you see on social media. People say, I'm using, now I see many young girls coming and saying, I'm using ordinary, I'm using heels, I'm using hyaluronic acid.
And it's so confusing.
Because it's just on this media that, but it's not necessary. A 19-year-old comes in, can I use retinol? You don't need retinol when you're young. You need retinol when you're older. There's no harm in using, but you don't need it. Because already a young skin has got everything. But as you get older, when there's a depletion of these things, you have to substitute. Okay? So that is what, it's not that just go by media and do whatever is happening. You have to know your right. You need an advice from a proper qualified person in the beginning. Then you just work on it. You choose the right product, right type of sunscreens and everything like that. So skin really? Do you think it penetrates the skin? It just forms a layer on the skin and hydrate, it gives a smooth feel, but it's not entering your skin. This is a kind of moisturizer called occlusive. It occludes, okay? What is the function of Vaseline is it prevents water loss. So you put it on a skin, you put water or something on a moist skin, you put it will trap that water there. But it doesn't hydrate or give moisture into the skin. That's the difference. So there are different kind of moisturizers. According to your problem, you should know what is the right type of product to use. Okay? What happens when the skin is damaged? All these functions get destroyed. It's not just one thing. All the barrier function is the most important, which is affected, and for that we have to work on repairing the basic structure of the skin first. To treat any underlying problem, first the barrier has to be restored. Now, what is the common things that you find in Kuwait? Common skin problems that you find in Kuwait. I'm just talking about
Dryness.
dryness, allergy. Today I'm just talking about dryness. Okay. Now, why is it common in Kuwait?
Because of the air conditioning.
Yes.
It's too much of dryness.
No
The air,
humidity. Yes, moisture in the surrounding. Because again in the skin, we get moisture from where? Even you don't put moisture from where? From the environment. The hyaluronic acid in the skin absorbs water from the surrounding. Okay, that's how it keeps our skin moist. Now, when there is no humidity, we are always 24/7 in central AC. It's dry. There's no, as such, weather in Kuwait is dry. So, dryness is the most important common problem you see when you have mild dryness. It's mild flaking, you might feel itchy. But when it is severe dryness, what will happen? You can get cuts, fissures, okay, pain, and itching, severe itching, which can disrupt your sleep. Sometimes older people, when they have diabetes, they are more prone for severe dryness. They cannot sleep at night. It affects the quality of life. So it's not just dryness causing a small problem. From within also you need, because sometimes there is no humidity. Now, where does our skin supplement water when the weather is dry? It absorbs from the dermis. The dermis, epidermis, the water is drawn from the dermis into the epidermis. But then, unless you supplement that through drinking, how will your body stay hydrated? So you have to drink adequate amounts of water, at least 8 to 10 glasses of water a day. That's very important. Okay. Now, second thing is, if possible, if it's too much dry, you can even use a humidifier in the room. If it's, some people have very severe allergy or allergic moisturizing is with the right type of moisturizer. Now, as I said, there are many types of moisturizers. One which I mentioned, Vaseline, is occlusive. Okay, as I said, forms a layer on the skin preventing water loss. Then there's something called emollient. Emollients are what?
Absorb.
They are rich in fats. They are mostly rich in to repair this disrupted barrier. They restore the barrier function. They will hydrate. They are mostly ceramides, fatty acids, cholesterol, squalene. Those kind of ingredients are what are called emollients. And then we have something called humectants. Humectants are which absorb and retain water. Example, urea, hyaluronic acid, those kind of things. Okay. So according to the type, if you have very dry skin due to lack of water, you have to put a humectant first, which will keep water. Then on top of that, you can put an occlusive to retain that water. After a shower, you can immediately, on moist skin, you can just dam some occlusive, so it will retain that water that already your skin has got. So this way, you can keep it more supple and soft. Hot showers. Now, what will happen when you have hot showers?
Skin dries out.
Why do you have dry? Sorry. There's more water loss through evaporation. And then you stand under that hot shower for a long time. Almost all the water, the channels have opened up and everything from inside. This is called transepidermal water loss. There is evaporation happening. So then, no point. You are in, what is exfoliation?
Removing the dry skin,
Yes.
dead skin.
Is it good or bad?
Not good. It removes the healthy cells also.
No. See,
If it's very hard.
No. If it's constantly done,
Done, and
harsh.
it's harsh.
Yeah, there's something called skin brushing. Have you heard of that?
Yes.
Skin
Dry
brushing. Yes.
Dry brushing.
They use like leaf, or dry brush with bristles. Those
Yes.
organic fiber bristles. You can just. It's good to unclog the pores because when there's a dead cell accumulation. I told you there is skin renewal constantly. So the dead cells are accumulating on the surface. But some people it builds up a lot. Now when you have constant, on the feet, you get dry, cracked feet, callus, corns.
Yeah.
What is that? Because of repeated friction, the dead skin builds up.
Builds up.
That's not good. You need to make that smooth and soft and exfoliated so that the skin renewal happens normally without causing problem for you. So a moderate amount of skin exfoliation is good, and it causes skin renewal always. So it's not that it's very common in US, but is it a healthy practice? It's good if you done once in a while, like 6 months, because as I said, you're stripping off the good layers. They scrub very harshly, and they remove all that good layers on the skin because of using all these harsh scrubbing. So it destroys the good skin flora. So once in a while, it's good to just exfoliate the damaged dead layers, but regularly it's not. Okay. So I hope it's clear. This is all enough.